My name's Pascal Osire. I call myself a small farmer in Kieto village, Lakwana sub-county, Omoro district, and that is in northern Uganda. Many people have asked me very many questions, how I left Kampala and then come to Omoro. But I told them that I go where God sends me. There is fertile land in northern Uganda. When you're in Kampala and you hear the stories about northern Uganda, up to now, I have even some friends who fear because they think that there's still insurgency here. But, you know, as time goes on, we began to discover greater things. Now, I came here in 2019, and one of the projects that I started with was Agroforestry. We planted the trees. Thereafter, the first lockdown got me here. When the first lockdown got me here, I started thinking now outside the box. Because vanilla is my business. And when they closed all the airports, meaning that we're not able to send. Even in the US where we have our clients, the companies closed down. You have the material, but you cannot send. So I started developing an idea. I asked myself, what is this thing that I will grow and I sell locally so that we can get money to survive? Fortunately enough, I also attended I was in the Netherlands, and I attended the Uganda-Netherlands Business Convention. And one of the things that they talked about and the companies that I interacted with, they were doing chilies, hot peppers, and so on. We also visited some farms. And then I said, now, I started researching what is the time. If I planted this, how long will it take for me to start getting money? So I sampled. I actually got seeds of chili and hot pepper very expensively. Actually, when I told some of the inspectors who came and visited me that I bought a cup that is not even a half a kilo at 300,000, they said these people just cheated you. But I told them, no, it's fine. It was a hard way of learning, but finally we learned it. So we put 2 acres of hot pepper and we put 2 acres of chili. This area where we are, this is where we had put the hot pepper. And I can tell you, we did great. The hot pepper did great. The chili did great. Now, remember, I have planted, but I have not yet even gotten a market. And we are in the lockdown. So after putting, because they taught me how to put it in the nursery bed, I did it myself with a few boys I have at the farm. The things started germinating very well. And after that, we started planting. And one thing that again that hit us hard was that the drought. So we planted and we decided to cut the matoke because we had planted matoke, cut kind of covering with it, and then the sunshine hits the matoke. Evening we had to do the watering ourselves as we were waiting for rains, because the first rain that came deceived us that it was the right time to plant. But nonetheless, we managed to do that. And after that, my crops were very okay. And then now I started looking for a market. I said, hey, because one, I didn't even know at what stage am I going to harvest. I said, now it is time to look for a market. Fortunately enough, I called one of the guys who sold me the the seeds, and he referred me to one of the inspectors in the ministry. And when I contacted the guy, the inspector at the Ministry of Agriculture, he was very, very cooperative. The guy told me it's okay, it is well. I had to get a letter from Gulu now, from RDC. I said, you know what? I have to go to Gulu. To Kampala. I need to do this and this and this. And good enough, the RDC gave me a letter, because the inspector also has no way, does not have any other car to come. So I had to drive up to Kampala. When I came with the inspector here, When a guy moved around the gardens, he got shocked. He said that I have never seen, I move around many farms, but I have never seen a good chili and hot pepper like this one. And I can tell you, my brothers and sisters, this is the guy even who got me a market. Because I remember when we were in the garden of the hot pepper, he called some guy, I think some Indian, who is one company that is exporting hot pepper, and he told him, I have gotten you the best hot pepper in Uganda. When we went to the chili garden, he said the same. And now he contacted those people, but we had to sample. We had to do the scouting for him to see, because we were not spraying them, we were not doing anything. So we did the scouting to see if there is an infection. Truly, in the hot pepper, there was some infection, some fruit flies that were gotten, and then he also gave us the remedies. He said, get this and get this. What we that is what we did it. In 1 week, all the gardens were clear. The chili was okay. It was only the hot pepper. And then now, from there, we started sending hot peppers, sending chilies, and it was in tons and tons. Actually, we could send like 2 tons, we could send like 3 tons, we could send like 2 tons, 1 ton, and that was only 2 acres of hot pepper, 2 acres of chili. And one of the challenges that we got is the issue of transport, because remember, we have to transport this up to Kampala, and then from there it is taken to the pack house. We had to sometimes hire a car to come from Kampala to pick this. Then we said, no, I think this is not right. By the time I went to the bank, because they were putting money in my account, by the time I went to the bank, I realized that I had money, enough money that can first sort out one problem, and that is the issue of transport. So when I called a friend of mine, an Indian who is running a bond in Kampala. He told me a truck is 76 million. I said, I want a box board, a building like this. He said, yes. And I can tell you, I paid money cash. I told him, give me the account number. I transferred the money. The man never believed me. And that was the fruit of hot pepper and chili. It was a hard way, but I am one of those who do not regret my suffering in Omoro. Many people say that the lockdown got me in this area, I missed my family. But for me, what I did, when that thing came, I called my wife. I told her, you know what, you guys be there. I am going to be here. And you will see you shall see the goodness of the Lord. Now, this now gave me courage to continue to start now doing this as business. Remember, the other one was just a sampling. Now this one gave me the courage. It gave me, I interacted with very many people, exporters of this chili and hot pepper. Actually, I used to have Indians, different companies, people coming up to here. Even sometimes I get overwhelmed with the supplies because I cannot, manage to supply all the market that I have. So 2021, we said now we are going to go into real farming in our business. Then now there we put 5 acres of hot pepper, and then we did 7 acres of chili. I can tell you that these things have done great to us, because one of the things that I tell people, because I have been here, I am here myself, I'm a foot soldier when it comes to farming. It does not require a lot from you. Managing, the only thing that challenges a bit is hot pepper managing. But if you get a right person, because for me now, in case I see anything, I speak to these guys of the inspectors, they come and help me. Then also I get an agronomist who is helping me. But we have also trained the boys at the farm here to do the scouting, to do the what, because for them they are here all the time. Once they discover that there is a problem, they communicate it to inspector. Inspector will say, buy this and this and this, and that's what we do. We have the best land in the northern Uganda that brings any crop. One of the things again I did, I called a friend of mine who is a soil scientist, and we picked the samples of soils in every area in this land we have. And because I wanted to know which crops can come good, can grow well, which ones cannot grow well. And the results that came were so well that all crops can grow in the northern Uganda, can grow in this area where we are. That's why you see that when you look behind me, we have this is all gonja that is here. And I can tell you, even when you look at this gonja, the gonja that we have grown, it is on order. There is already order for it, and it has not yet even started putting. Now, this chili, the 7 acres of chili and the hot pepper 5 acres, it has done well for us because the only challenge which is, but I don't call that a challenge because, you know, with the market, sometimes they go up and then they come down. But I look at that as the creation of the world. You know, even God did it. There is darkness, there is light. We fall sick, we get well. When you are walking, there are slopes, there are hills. So everything in the universe, everything on the earth has to go through such a thing. There is time to be born. There is time to, you know, you have to go through stages. So as markets, sometimes they go down, sometimes they go up. But the most important thing is that the market is there. So I have been able to supply a number of companies. But of course, one of the things that you also don't need to miss out is that there are those also who steal. Because I remember there are some companies that I have supplied and they have cheated me. They have not even given me my money. And one of the other things is that building a trust with people, with the clients is also another thing. Why? You know, I have inspectors who come to my gardens every week, and they taste everything. But when you give a client chili or hot pepper, tomorrow, I mean after 1 week, actually you will not even get any communication. After 1 week or 2 weeks, you're asking, hey, as I'm not seeing the money coming, they begin telling you that, you know, we got a chili with a hot pepper with an infection, and it did not go. That was a very open way of stealing and so on. So what I have decided to do, because there are many of them, I have decided to zero in on those who are, even if they are giving me small money, but they don't cheat. So I have said I work with them, and they are also very okay. We are fine. We have made money. We have made money. Actually, from the 7 acres of chili and the hot pepper, one of the things that I have done again, I have decided to reinvest this money. As you know, down there where we went there, where we sampling that irrigation system that we have there, we have invested there 26 million, of which I paid cash to the guy who is doing irrigation. That money came from nowhere, but it came from this chili. And we are talking about, this is just something which is a short period. It is not yet 1 year. It is not yet 1 year. And then also, out of those 7 acres and then 80 acres, I mean 5 acres. Of course, you know, I have a big number of people here who are working. I have boys who stayed at the farm here. They are 40, they are here permanent from January to January. Of course, you know, paying them and so on. We have money for that. None of them is saying they don't pay me. We provide eating and everything. Actually, one of the things I do with the manpower that I have, even though I pay them, but when it comes to issues of health and so on, I take care of those bills. Like last time, I organized for the checkup, for the rapid checkup of COVID. I spent 1.8 million to test all of them. People are saying, but this man is extravagant and so on. But the question now I put for all people out there: what are you supposed to do for your workers? They are your workers, but I take them as my children. I take them as my brothers and sisters. Because if they are not there, I can tell you, I am nothing. All the money that I'm talking about here, I will not get that money. They are the backbone to get this money. You can have all the money you have in this world, but if you think that you want to put money somewhere to get money, then one of the most important things you do is to make sure you keep your people well, and all will be well. This business of saying they have stolen me, actually some of them, even I can deliberately put money there and see, you know, when they get money, they will come and tell you that, hey, Muse, we got money here. To show you that when people are happy, you find that everything is okay. We have got cases here of COVID at the farm here. Of course, I don't know because maybe they work in the centers there who brings it. But I tell them, don't panic, don't whatever. We are dealing with the herbs also here. So we have treated those cases and they are all fine. They are okay. Now, we have also, because now what I'm telling you, it is last year, not this year because we are still just in January. Out of these 7 gardens of chili and also hot pepper, I have also managed to buy more 50 acres within this area, because people will come and say, I also have I have 10 acres, I have 10 acres, I have 5 acres. I have been expanding within here, and it is not that I have some money again somewhere. All this money, it is coming from the chili. I have not yet also used the money that I want to buy a big car and so on. But I've said, since I'm getting this money from, let me first use it to expand this. And then now, maybe when I grow to become this big guy, then that's when I will begin looking at those things and say, hey, lockdowns, 2 years, I have been suffering. Let me also go to the US with my family to eat money or something like that. But it has been a very profitable business for me, because I decided to go into this business, this farming as business. The only challenge we have with a number of farmers is that many people, when they go into something, they put in a lot of money, but when they are going into something, they want to spend small money. You have invested a lot of money to start, but when it comes to managing, people will become so greedy, they want to put small money. That's why you see that many people don't get results. So I told you, I started in a hard way. But after, I decided now to put in the brains. When I see the problem that I see problems in my crops, I make a call. An inspector can drive from Kampala, will take care of that. And he comes and he does the scouting, he checks everything, and he will advise me accordingly. Now, if I say that, no, I cannot spend 1 million or 500,000 to bring somebody from there to come here, would you know the results? That means I'm going to lose millions of money instead of just 1 million to help me to get about 20 million. Thank you.
Wonderful. So, as part of the expansion, what else do you do at the farm? What else have you now started planting apart from chili?
One of the things that we did also, we have grown. We have avocados. Both has avocados and local avocados. Actually, when you see behind there, I think you can even see some avocado trees. We have them. And then we also have cashew nuts. Cashew nuts, we have 4 acres. Avocados, we have 7 acres. Both has and local. You know, China has taught me a very good lesson. When I look at the markets, I say in agriculture you'll never die poor. And that is where there is money. So I said, okay, fine. I need something that gives me money within the shortest period of time, and that is chili and hot pepper. Then I also said, but I need also to do something that will give me money in a period of 2 to 3 years. And what is that? That is when I got an idea now of growing hot pepper, cashew nuts and avocados. Then I also engaged myself in growing of vanilla. Vanilla, you know, we have vanilla there, 7 acres. And that is also the same period. That is for that vanilla now, that is a 3. Have this gonja, as I told you, it is already, even before I bought a single sucker of gonja, I already had a market. The person called me and said, hey, if you can help me and put 50 acres, it would be okay. I told him I don't have that money. I will do it slowly by slowly, process by process. He told me it's okay, no problem. So today, we have 10 acres of gonja, and gonja is doing well. What you see here, they are not looking a bit good. It is not because that it is not the plants are, but the plants are good, but it is just the terrible heat that we are having in the northern Uganda. And then what else do we have? Okay, fine. When I talk about I told you the first project that I had here was Agroforestry. So after planting the trees, I said that is the money that I need in the next 10 years. That is how I said. I need to have a home. I need to have a very big storage house, a home where I can go and dine and I say, hey, this is my Rwaktura. However, if you have some small money and then you put that money that you want to build a house, a house that you want, the money, because the engineer will tell you this house needs about 1 billion or 8 or 900 million. And then you have 200 million. Then you put all that money there. It means that you will even last 20 years when you have not built that house. So for me, I say I need that kind of a house. So what do? I invest this money somewhere, and I say that is the money I need in the next 10 years. And that's what I did. I planted the trees. In 2019, I planted 120 acres of trees, eucalyptus, and that is the money. I don't need that money now. That is the money I need in the next 10 years. Now there is this money that I need in the between 3 to 4 years, and that is the money for vanilla. That is the money that will come from avocados and what? And cashew nuts. I can tell you, in the next 10 years, then I will have everything that I desire. Thank you.
Okay. In the small beginnings, how much did you invest?
In the beginning, like I said, I bought the seeds expensively. 2 cups of hot pepper was 600,000, and then the chili is the one that they sold me 70,000 a cup. That was also 2 cups, and that was 140. Now, for purposes of managing, like here, this place here, they have in northern here they call it katalas, katala. So in this place here, these are 2 acres, and we have 99 katalas here. So this 99 katalas you multiply by 3,000. No, you multiply by 2.5. You multiply by 2.5. So each weeding takes you, I don't know how much money when you calculate that money, takes you that money in this garden. Now, remember, when you are starting, maybe when the rain is too much, that's when you can weed about 4 times and you start harvesting. But if the rain is not too much, you can do like about 2-3 times, but actually 3 times, and then now you start harvesting. And I can tell you, like in this place, the first harvest that I got here, I am now talking about chili. I'm not even talking about the hot pepper, because this is the new thing that is here. The first harvest from this garden, we got 2 tons of chili. And by that time, the chili, the prices were low. It was 1,500 per kilo. How much money is that? And that is what you are getting, because the chili you harvest twice after every 2 weeks. After every 2 weeks, you are harvesting the chili. Hot pepper, you are harvesting hot pepper twice a week. So after in the hot pepper twice a week, when you harvest on Wednesday, you are harvesting on Saturday. So that is how it is. It is not something that when you harvest it today, maybe you're harvesting again in next month, or you're harvesting in March. No, you until because now, like this time, we have been harvesting. You see, like this garden here. If I can tell you, within because this garden is about 7 months old, but here we have harvested here over 20 times. We have harvested over 20 times. And I will look at the figures. I don't know, because since we harvest from this side and we harvest from the other side, I hope my person who is managing has broken them down. Of course, it is good money. It is good money. It has supported us, and it is part of this money that I also use to pay fees for orphans, and also make, last time I organized for a charity activity. I don't get money like donors money from other people, but the spirit of sharing, the spirit of giving, When I sell and get money, I say, okay, fine, let's use this money also to bless other people, to give other people hope. That's what we do.
You said a kilo of chili was how much?
By then it was 1,500. But yeah, that is when we were starting to harvest. Then, you know, during rainy season here, the market is a bit down, and also the prices are a bit down. Reason being, in Europe, people are having it in the greenhouses. But when the winter strikes Europe, that is when we begin getting prices and big orders. Now again, the challenge we have, during that time, that is when the heat now, the drought now hits us also. So you find that, for example, yesterday I received, they needed an order of 2 tons of hot pepper, but I don't have it. Chili, they wanted the chili even if I can make 3 tons, but I don't have it. So one of the things that we are trying is to make sure that we manage. I want to get out now from growing these crops during rainy season. And actually, I've told my people, we need to start planning. This rainy season, first rains to come, we are only going to put maybe 2 acres. I'm not going to do like the way we did, because last year it is the year that we have received less rain. I want us to plan, and then during, like we have been down there, you saw that there is some chili that is still young. That chili we have transplanted even during the drought. And you saw a nursery bed. And tomorrow, they are bringing, because thank God that we have received the rains. You know, the water for irrigation, you cannot use for cultivating. You can only do the weeding and so on to support the plant to feed well. So tomorrow, the oxen will be there to plow that place, and we are going to start transplanting. People will begin looking at you, is this man mad? But that is not, I don't care about that. That is not what I'm planning. Because now, I mean, that is not what I'm thinking. Because with the system that we have there, that irrigation system, our focus now is to get out of doing a lot of planting during rainy season, and we do it during dry season. We prepare ourselves beginning August, September there, then we start planting our chilies. Because that is the time where the demand is too high, and the prices for chilies are also going up and up. We decided to do the shift like that because we have tested it. We now know which season is good for us. But of course, the greatest challenge that we have is the irrigation system. You know, and I pray that maybe one day government will start thinking about these things critically, and they begin doing on it. Much as the government is putting efforts like that, but I think that the people who are responsible are the ones who are failing. I can tell you that I applied for irrigation system under water for production. That was around February. We sent the letter. In June, that is when there was a lot of writing in that document, and I asked the area manager to come to do the site visit and see what kind of help they can render to us. And that was last year. Up to today, we are in February, we are in January 2022. I have not even received a call from anybody, anyone that they are coming to visit and see. And now, as we are down there, you saw that I decided to sacrifice 3 acres of hot pepper. We cut it all down because it dried. The water that I have down there is not enough. The water is not sufficient. So what we did, we said that it is better for us to lose this older one, and then we put our focus with the small irrigation system that we are having on this young one. That's why you see that when you went down there, the other side is a bit green because it is receiving enough water.
Okay, your advice to
yes. My advice to the farmers people who are interested in doing chili and hot pepper farming is that this is something which is good, and it gives you money quickly, but also what you need to know is that you need to seek information. Get information, because once you have enough information, you will not fail it. Information regarding the planting processes, the post-harvest, of course, and you know, the controls of pests and so on. Because in Uganda here we are crowded with you know, chemicals that it is full of counterfeit. But there are those companies that are selling chemicals that are genuine. And one good thing, one help that we have is that when a chemical is banned from Europe, the communication comes to the ministry, and the ministry spreads that communication to all the stakeholders. So we know that this chemical, if I've been using and they have banned it from European market, they remove it. Because our biggest market for chilies and hot pepper is Europe. And then we also have the Arab world. But our Arab world is not as fixed as Europe. So we must produce the best that is competitive in the market. The other thing I wanted to talk about is at least people. I need people. People should be in touch with people who have a knowledge about it. Like me, I have some agronomists that come. So if you want to engage yourself into this business, you can do it. You can manage. It is a small thing. It is cheap. It is not. It does not have a lot of money, but I can assure you, you will not lack money. You will have money in your pocket. Each time you are working, going somewhere, you have money. You will be able to pay school fees and help others. And I believe that is okay for us to survive. Thank you.
Excellent.